Hi everyone, happy Tuesday. Today we're gonna get really up close and personal and talk about eyebrows. It's a scary subject right now, I get it. So I'm gonna take you through a couple ways to make them a little bit more manageable. Actually, just one way. This is gonna be kind of split up into two different parts. The first part, I am going to show you how to manage your eyebrows a little bit better while your waxer is not working. And then I'm gonna go through and show you how I put my eyebrows on. So right now, these are naked brows. You can also see that the middle of my eyebrows have grown out. I have tweezed them once in the last 6 weeks, just in the middle. And I'm actually just gonna show you how to take care of the middle. This part, leave that up to the experts, and I get it, it can get bushy, but kind of work with it, and I'm gonna show you how to do that. And I really only tweeze or wax this part of my eyebrow twice a year. Other than that, I just let it grow. I realize that not everyone can do that. Some people's eyebrows are bushier, but we're gonna show you just some ways to work with your bushier eyebrow, or if you have a thinner eyebrow, how to kind of work with that as well. So let's get started. So as far as the maintenance portion, the two things that you will need are tweezers. And don't skimp on your tweezers, guys. Like, invest a little bit of money, and don't get your tweezers at like the dollar store. Get like the Mr. Tweezer brand. Otherwise, you're just gonna be there like tweezing at the same little hair for like 5 minutes. Make sure that they're good. And once they stop tweezing, get a new pair. It's gonna save you a lot of time. And then you're gonna also need a straight edge of some kind. You can use like a eyebrow brush. I am going to be using the tongue depressor from my son's veterinary kit. So first you are going to start by, you're going to draw a line from the corner of your nostril up to the corner of your eye, and wherever that continues, so I tilt it to the corner of my eye and I go up. So everything that comes over past that line is what you're gonna tweeze. Don't go any further. It doesn't look good. Okay, we've all seen those people that have over tweezed their eyebrows. This keeps you from doing it. So it's a great little guideline, okay? So then you go in and then you're going to repeat it on the other side. So let's start. Can you guys see in my nose? Is this weird? Now that the middle is tweezed and I've given it a second for the redness to calm down a little bit, you can see that there are still going to be a couple little sparse hairs that aren't part of the rest of the brow on my eyebrows. And that's because they were on the other side of that line. And that helps whenever you do fill in your eyebrows. It helps it look more natural because there is hair there. I realize it's splotchy, it's sparse. That's a lot of people, especially if you over tweezed your eyebrows in the 90s like I did in early 2000s. And again, leave this area, leave it to the professionals, because you start and then you keep going and you keep going, and before you know it, you look really surprised permanently, or you have upside down Nike signs. It's not a good look. So just like I said, leave that to the professionals. So now let's move on to filling them in. I used two different products. The first product I use is a brow pencil. It's actually more of kind of like a crayon. And on one side it has this little brush, and on the other side it has this little guy. And this I get in a medium tint because I like my brows a little bit darker. The other product I use is called Grande Brow. Oh, okay, it's called Grande Brow Brow Fill. Here it is. I get the light color. I think that once I fill it in with the pencil in medium, if I used the medium in this, they would be a little too shocking. So for me, I like the light color in this, and I'll pull this out. You can see the tip. So I like that stuff a lot. And it's waterproof, it stays on all day. So we'll start with this. So I begin by using this and brushing my eyebrow in the direction that I want them to go. Okay. Then I'm going to take the pencil and I'm gonna fill in really through the bottom here, almost give the bottom the angle that I want it to have. You can see the areas that are sparse, mostly here, and especially on this side right here. I don't go in and draw like a line. I go in and I flick it, and I flick it in the direction of the hairs in that area. So we will start on this eyebrow and go in always lightly. If you go in dark, you're gonna get a big old glob and it's gonna look pretty bad, and then you're gonna smudge it and you're gonna have the brown smudge on your face. So go in really lightly. And so these hairs go up. Crouch down a little bit there. So these hairs go up. So I'm just really lightly flicking. These hairs start to go to the right. So I'm filling in. And then these move down this way. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna do. Maybe right there. Okay, that's it. And then we move to the other one. This, I'm gonna start by moving up. Go to the left. Now this area right here is really sparse. I am not going, that does not mean I'm gonna put more pressure. That just means I'm gonna flick a little bit longer. It's a very technical term. Okay, so if you noticed, I never touch the top of my brow. That's when things start to look very like harsh and symmetrical. I just kind of focus on where I want the shape to take down here. All right, and then I'm going to take my Grande Brow fill. And again, just like we did with that original brush on the pencil, I take it and it's great for filling in and making it look like hair, because the little spindles on this brush, it doesn't give it that harsh, full Sharpie marker look. It gives it almost like natural hairs. And this you can find online. I can also deliver it to your door. By the way, have you guys seen brow laminating? Look it up. It's super cool, and I really, really want it done when all this is over, as a treat to myself for making it through quarantine with still half of my sanity. Check it out, brow lamination. It's pretty cool. I think Wink Eye Boutique is doing it. Okay, so put this little guy in his place. Okay, so that's it. That's my brow game. Everybody's different. All brows are different. This is what works for me. I can't speak to other people, but this I feel like gives me the most natural look. Hang in there. Only the middle, guys. Leave it to the professionals, and I'll see you next week.